Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Jiji Podcast Jiggles. My name is Yemi Kuti, and as always I have with me
Shamaka. Hello guys.
Alright then, so today we're going to be speaking about yet another interesting topic. We're going to be talking about the popular scams you find being executed on a marketplace. And before I go any further, I think it's important to state that Jiji does not leave any breathing space for scammers. We have a wide range of security checks and measures to ensure that our platform remains uncompromising for any scammers to operate. So this is by different measures. We do moderation, we do AI fraud detection, we do not allow any prepayments whatsoever. We protect users' accounts. So many different measures. Some we can't even mention so that the scammers don't get ahead of those tactics. We'll start off with a scam that it seems to have been here since time immemorial. I'm talking about the job scam. So most marketplaces you'll find, and how this job scam works is the scammer posts an advert of a job opportunity and then informs you that you need to make a certain amount of payment for them to process the job application. So you're meant to understand how people fall for this scam. It's like the oldest in the book. I think that by now 2020 nobody should be falling for a scam as simple as that. Why would you want to give me a job and I have to pay you for the job? I still don't get it to process the application.
Maybe because although I don't fall for something like that, but I feel most people think because the payment I'm going to make is little compared to how much I'm going to be paid. So why don't I just give that small amount, that sacrifice? So
yeah. Well, let me give you an advice. If anybody tells you that they're going to give you a job, I need to make so payment, don't depend. Okay, let me get this job first, and out of the first salary, I will now cut the money I'm owing you and pay you. You get, and you see what they say next. So another scam, the next scam we're going to jump into is the
customer service scam.
Customer service scam. We hear about this every day. We hear so many voice notes. People have started recording the kind of conversations they have, and it's always hilarious. And here basically this customer service agent in quotes calls you from the banks, from the marketplaces, from the company, and asks you to share
your important
details, your email, your password, your username. I mean, nobody would ask you for any such details. And if you're ever getting any of such calls, immediately you should know it's a scam. It's a scam. Have you ever had any of such calls?
Yeah, I have.
How did the call go?
It was okay. The guy called me. I was like, okay, my bank. No, he called me and was like, I have issues with my bank. Yeah, my ATM card. I need to give them the code, the pin on at back of my ATM. So I was like, this is scam. This is scam. And that was the first time it ever happened to me. Like, this is scam. Okay, I told him, okay, end the call. Let me end the call. Let me get my ATM. Immediately he called back. I started raining insults on him. Like, he now ended the call. Before he ended it, he actually cursed me. I was like, so you want to scam me and you're cursing me? No. It won't work now. It won't.
Wow, and to be honest, so many people fall for this scam, especially those the older generation. For one, I'm sure those like the millennials, the Gen Z, or we hardly fall for such. But I don't know, it doesn't stop them from continue with their exploits though. So the next one we're going to talk about is the fake bank alert scam. I do not know how they do this, but somebody comes, tries to buy something from you, tells you he has sent the money, and you then get the bank alert. And of course, it looks very believable. It looks like it's from your bank. It looks like it's the right amount, and all of that. What do you think about this scam? And how can you even advise people to be safer against such short scams?
I won't say they should. I would have said they should stop collecting. They should. Is it that cash or nothing? But then me, I'm a victim of that. I most times I don't go to the market with enough cash. So once the cash I have is finished, I have to transfer if I don't have anywhere to withdraw. So
yeah. I think basically you can, if someone makes a transfer to you, the first thing you should do, don't just rely on the alerts. Use the bank app to check your account balance, or go to an ATM to check how much is.
You can make use of the USSD code.
So you can make use of the USSD code to be sure it is in there before you part with your product. So yet another scam we're going to touch on next is the part payment / commitment fee scam. Have you heard of this one? Yep. Okay, so now how it works basically is the seller would tell you that, okay, you're interested in buying this phone, this laptop, but just for me to know that you're serious, please send XX amount of the full amount so that I know you're willing to get this and you're committed to getting it. And so yes, there are some genuine sellers out there who, yes, you understand, but for most, like, once you make that payment, that's the last you're going to hear from that seller. Your number is going to be blocked, and hey, that's the last you hear of the seller and of your money. That's the end. So basically, if any seller is asking you for a part payment, a commitment payment, remember that speaking for Jiji, we do not allow any prepayment on our platform. So you should let the seller know that no, it's a Jiji rule that I shouldn't make any payments, prepayments whatsoever, not even for transportation, because it happens in the car category where they're not even asking for the part payment, but they're saying, hey, the car is in this location, to bring it down to you, pay for the fuel, pay for police is going to stop us on the road, and you just find out that you just money just going into a bottomless pit, so to speak. So be wary of such scams. So the next scam we're going to talk about is the man in the middle scam, also known as the intermediary scam. It has different names, but it's a bit complex. So this is how it works. You, the viewer, you're a buyer. I'm the seller. I'm the genuine seller. You are the scam seller. So you, the viewer, you ask, you, the scam seller, I want to buy a phone, for instance. You don't have this phone. You then tell me, the genuine seller, that you want to buy my phone. I say, fine, thank you. I would you can buy the phone from me, but here are my bank details for you to make the payment. I give you my bank details. You take my bank details, give it to you. And so you make the payment to me, the genuine seller, and you then contact me that have I received the money. I say yes, because I've gotten the alert which was sent by you, and I then send the phone to you. And so you've gone with the phone, the buyer doesn't get any phone, the seller has gotten his money. So yes, it's the buyer who is at a loss. And there's a different variation of this man in the middle and the man in the middle scam. So for instance, the same thing, I'm the genuine seller, you're the scam seller, you are the buyer. The buyer contacts you, the scam seller, I want to buy the phone. You contact me, you want to buy the phone. I'm like, okay, fine, what's your delivery address? You collect his delivery address and give it to the seller. The seller says, okay, I would deliver to you. But once you receive it, you can then make the transfer to me. But you then say, okay, you then tell the buyer that once this product gets delivered to you, send the money to me, and you give him your own bank details. So once the seller then sends this product to the buyer looks at it, oh nice, immediately goes to his chat. Maybe the seller sends it through like a delivery man, a dispatch rider. So the dispatch rider delivers it to the buyer. The buyer goes to the chat, sees the account number, now sends the money to the scam seller, since your bank details he has and his user has been conversating with. And
so how do you think we can avoid?
Yeah, to avoid this is quite simple. As a seller, always ensure you have the bank details on the receipt of whatever product you're sending, and inform the dispatch rider who is going, that should ensure he's telling the buyer that this is the account number you should make payment to. Do not, when in doubt, shout together. Do not make payments into, ensure it's, yes, basically that is just on the receipt. And yeah, that's how you'll be safe from this kind of scam. Okay, and so we've come to the end of yet another episode of the Jiji Podcast Jingles. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, be safe out there.